Chief Provost. I'll start the questioning with Chief Morgan. Obviously I'm concerned about the continued flow of unaccompanied children for a host of reasons. Because we have not ended the incentives for people to come into this country illegally, children continue to take a very dangerous journey through Mexico to come to this country, and lives are being lost and assaults are perpetrated on, and these children become real victims. Talk a little bit about how the flow of unaccompanied children, how that overstresses your resources and how it distracts from your other missions.
Yes, sir. So I refer to the Border Patrol's involvement with UACs and family units as one of humanitarian at this point. We know that basically of the OTMs, which now is about 63% of our apprehensions, and to include single-family males, focusing on just UACs and family units alone on the OTM side, it's about 43–44% of our overall apprehensions. RGV alone, it's probably closer to around 50%. That takes an exorbitant amount of resources and funding to sustain those operations, knowing that basically 100% of those family units and UACs are released into the United States. That's why I call that a humanitarian mission. I refer back to on a midnight one evening, I was in a sector where I saw a 6-year-old and an 11-year-old holding each other's hands that had made the trek from Honduras. I don't refer to that 6-year-old and 11-year-old as a national security or law enforcement threat. But again, the Border Patrol is dedicating a tremendous amount of resources, taking those folks in, processing them. At times, a lot of resources are dedicated to being professional child care providers at this point. In RGV alone, we've actually just established a second CPC, a processing center in RGV. Each one of those processing centers takes about 100 to 120 agents to man, dedicated basically 100% to processing and taking care of the family units and UACs. We just recently opened up a temporary holding facility in Torino to help with that. Ursula, as I know everybody's familiar with, that comes at a high cost as well to be able to run that facility and provide the resources. I recently, when I traveled to RGV, the PAC, the supervisor that was in charge, said, Chief, we're going to do whatever this country asks us to do. But I never thought in my 20 years that I would be, as part of the procurement, ordering baby powder and baby wipes. Actually, I just got from one sector where agents, one of their jobs during the day is to actually make sure that the food, the burritos that were provided, are being warmed properly. It takes a tremendous amount of resources to do this.
Can you talk